Okay, so for a superhero meeting, we got honorary guesses, of course, we got Avengers, Justice League, My Academia, and a few others are going to be here. And just need to add just Alright. Sorry, I was like, is this the meeting? Actually, you're very early, which is really interesting. Much faster than the Flash somehow. Are you sure you don't have any superpowers that's related to the Flash? Nah, I'm just playing. But anyways, speaking of which, since the other honored guests won't be here till at some point, I might as well go ahead and add you on the list. What's your name? Well, first things first, my real name is classified because I can't reveal my information at the moment. But my superhero name is Sparkles. Okay, your name is Sparkles. Okay, let me just put that on the list. And do you have any superpowers that's related to sparkling things, or is just like that's just what your superhero name is, but you have a completely different power? Which is it? Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, considering that, of course, my name is Sparkles, but my powers, my superhero powers, is pretty much the equivalent of the sun or the galaxy or something like that, where it's pretty much sparkly things, but more terrifying. Just in case like if I really go full power, but most of the time it's just like controlled, and I just use it just like temper my enemies with just like a staff kind of, which I don't have right now, but I usually use it. Okay, I think your powers might be useful for in case of a emergency reason, such as like a multi-universe level threat that the Avengers and Justice League might really need, or anything in the anime world where they might need somebody like your powers to do so. So we're probably at that. But since you're able to like also neutrify it with your whatever to not literally decimate them into oblivion, but yeah, absolutely. Um, do you have any relations to any superheroes, any family, romantic relations, friendships, or are you just usually by yourself, and also your blood type and anything else? Well, I don't think I really have a family, so I'm pretty much by myself, which sucks a little bit. And on top of that, what double sucks is I'm also single, so I don't really have any romantic or any type of situations with anybody. So that also sucks. And my blood type, I think that's maybe A. I'll have to double check, but it's probably A. But otherwise, anything else, I just do things. I try to be a superhero as best as possible, but sometimes it can get a little carried away. But usually, I try my best to restrict my powers to a certain degree, so I don't like end up, like you said, destroying people. But otherwise, it's just you know the normal stuff. Just using a little weapon and just knocking them out, and then putting them in jail for doing some stupid illegal stuff like stealing, apparently stealing stocks from a homeless shelter, and also apparently selling drugs to cancer children, which is really weird. But otherwise, yeah, I just do my best to save people in such way. Okay, besides the criminal activities that somehow be happening, I'll have to say this is a pretty good solid case here. But I do have one quick question though. This is like the most important question that it's just like in a personal level. This ain't had to do like anything like too crazy or whatnot. But the question is, and take this how everyone take this, but I really want to know, what is your kink? I don't know if I should answer this question, considering that my love life is a little like romantic, not anything too freaking weird. Like I don't know why are you asking this question. Oh yeah, I know it's a weird question, but it's just like again, I've like talked with a lot of like superheroes about their stuff, and it's really really interesting to say the least. It's just that I just want to like see where your head is at, because you know a lot of superheroes do be doing a lot of like really weird stuff. Like for example, apparently Superman is into bondage. And not only is he into bondage, he also puts like kryptonite in one of his like collars to, make the page feel a little more interesting. So that's also a thing apparently. But yeah, I just want to ask that question. Oh my god, that's really concerning and really weird. Uh yeah, no. Just yeah, I'm into those stuff. Like I don't know, no. This is not a good word. Am I still in the meeting though, or what's going on here? Oh, buddy, but it gets more interesting because let me tell you something about the Joker. Now, of course, he is a supervillain. Of course, he will never be invited to these types of places. Always, this is superhero only. However, just from my sources, from what I was able to, gather around a little bit, apparently, and get this, apparently, he got pregnant and gave birth to himself. Somehow, that has got to be the most weirdest thing ever. But it even gets better than that. Whoa, what gets worse than the fact that there is a literal psycho clown giving birth to himself somehow with no explanation and the most recognizable hero of all time into whatever situations he's doing? What gets worse than that? Oh, good buddy again. You keep messing up so many times. And the reason why you messed this up and you made this one good mistake is because you asked a question on that. So, I'm going to give you a interesting catalog of all the messery that be happening here in the superhero verse. So, let's start off with, Captain Marvel. Now, nothing too crazy, with her currently, other than, oh, I'm a superhero, kinda, but I'm also an a-hole somehow. Whatever. Captain Marvel, she cool, she's not, she's a mixed bag of whatever. Back in the day, back in the good old days of the 90s and 2000s, when she was known as Miss Marvel, you know what was going on? I mean, not too many things other than overtly sexualization, of course. But let me tell you a little something here. Miss Marvel, somehow, in some really, really weird way, was married to her son. Again, for no clue and no reason other than plot. Let's even go further. Superman, the big dude, great superhero, of course. He also has a cousin, right? Her name is Supergirl. So, back in the good old 60s, 70s, apparently, Supergirl was getting a little frisky. No, not too frisky, but she was falling in love with a horse. Somehow, some way, no explanation other than plot. Now, let's even go, let's get back to the modern time for a little bit. Now, of course, we already had the Joker, who already got pregnant for some reason, and then somehow got birth to his other, what you call it, but, he wasn't the first that he was doing it with. Apparently, there was a lot of others. Wolvie got pregnant, Deadpool got pregnant, Cyclops got pregnant, and so many, insert any random superhero male that there is, for some divine miracle of whatever, got pregnant. And sometimes giving birth to themselves. You want to know why? Because there's weirdos doing the most. So that's what happened. And, of course, some other things. Of course, apparently Spider-Man loving a little bit of something. Hulk wanted to smash Black Widow so many times. Thor doing something, but that's, not necessarily a Marvel, but, his, original counterpart in Norse mythology, he'd be doing some interesting stuff, of course. Magnet, don't get me started on that! Yes, because, oh boy, do they always get sexualized. So many times. So I ain't gonna go any further than the fact that they be doing some weird stuff. And, what else? Sonic having some interesting things with Princess Peach. Status Shock doing his thing, Sherlock Holmes, whatever, and that's about it. Other than that, we're all freaking around here. Okay, this is far worse than I ever anticipated. What? Uh, all right, so basically, y'all guys are on some weird timing with your off days. Um. Okay. This is a lot worse than I don't even know what to say anymore other than this is just why. Why are you guys even like this? It's like I understand that being a hero can be such a pain in the butt. I understand that. I deal with this all the time. But y'all be on some weird timing? God, are the villains even worse, or are they even like more vanilla? Because like apparently you guys are doing like the worst things that makes even the villains look like they are the heroes in the situation. What? What is going on? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do as a hero, but yeah, you said that you're a vanilla person, right? What type of vanilla are you really though? Because if you're default, that's very boring. Come on now. You're a superhero. You gotta be at least into something that's a little like chaotic, if you know what I'm saying. No, I'm not! Unlike you freaks, I am normal. I'm completely normal. It's just making love. Giving them my heavenly blessing. And sometimes like this, but like in a loving way. Loving. Do you guys even know what love is? Because apparently Superman doesn't because he's into bondage, and somehow the whole entire people are pregnant, or sometimes do some other stuff, and whatever. I don't care. I'm normal. Because at least I know how to love correctly, unlike you weirdos. Alright? The only thing I'm into is making love. That's it. Nothing too crazy. It's like the most normal thing ever. Okay? Gee, for someone that says that they're vanilla, I think you might be the freakiest one. How am I? How? 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 That doesn't make no sense. How am I freaky? All, all I am doing is showing love. Wow, this is a mistake. Um, okay. This is weird. Like all it is just love. Is it? Am I? Is this gonna be how the video is always gonna be, or is it gonna be anything else? Like, what is going on? You know what? Look, I'm just here to do my thing. I'm here to do my superhero thing. That's all I'm doing. You might think I'm doing things freaky, but I'm not. Okay, I'm just still keeping things in the realm of love. Okay, or you guys doing some weird stuff that you be doing behind the scenes while nobody's watching, but whatever. You guys do you. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna still show love, and I'm gonna come in every now and then to do my thing. But anything else like that, leave me out of this. I like you a lot, Sparkly. You seem like a really good person. You know that you have your values and you're not into weird stuff. That's what I really respect about you. You're a good dude, and for that, you're in. Yeah, whatever. I'll just do my thing as a superhero, as I've been saying. It's just like again, fine. Just how I may have come across, maybe it's a little too freaky, but it's still normal, okay? Jeez, just cut me some slack here. But I'll be back in a minute. I'll drown in sorrows of stupidness. You know what? Sparkles. He's a really interesting fella. Saying he likes to give women love. That's gotta be the most interesting thing I've ever experienced. I mean, that's the most freakiest thing I've ever got to witness, because who even does that? Making love and heavenly blessing and all that stuff. Boy, you a freak. But I like you. I think it's good. Anyways, anything else? I think that's about it. Yeah. We can get ready for this superhero mania right about now.